Hey everybody, Mario here, otherwise known as Y2 on the interwebs, and welcome to another edition of the 52 Review. So here are 4 comics from DC's New 52, can we still call it that I picked up on April 11th, 2012. And let's get started with Batgirl number 8. So, Batgirl started off as a bit of a turkey, in my opinion. The writing could have been better, the storylines could have been drawn out more, and the villains could have been far more villainy. And well, there's still work to be done as far as villains are concerned. This grotesque guy, kind of another red herring in the long line of red herrings in this new Batgirl comic run. However, besides the A storyline, which was more of the B storyline, the real storyline here was the return of Barbara's mother. Spoiler alert, but only if you haven't read the previous 2 issues of Batgirl, which really, As we find out in this issue, there is a kind of a huge reason why she's back. And we get an equally huge reason why she left to begin with. Which, now that I think about it, I think that might have been a bit of an overreaction, but hey, what do I know? Also, it's interesting that they bring up an old villain, a black sheep, if you will, and the fact that he's making his return in this universe is pretty exciting, and finally might actually bring something legit to the villain table, for sure. I'm thinking so, and it is going to be very personal for Batgirl here real soon. I'm thinking so. Gail Simone is doing better, and Adrian Siaf's artwork I still enjoy a lot. And while this issue definitely builds up for something amazing, I'm kinda at the point where I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it. But hey, give me credit, I'm still holding on, so there you go. Next up is Batman and Robin, number 8. Alright, I have to admit, I really enjoyed this storyline. It started off a little slow, I will also admit, but it picked up in speed quickly. It became intense. It had full of action, fighting, flashbacks, personal reasons, Damian and Bruce's relationship building and evolving and changing, and not knowing which way it was going to go, although we kind of did, but still just playing along. What a finish we had last issue, and here we're kind of starting to deal with the repercussions a bit. But you know, despite the fact that things are a little bit shaken, it seems like everything wrapped up, I think, pretty well. There are going to be some things that need to be addressed in the future, but I'm glad that this issue was published. I'm glad that we showed the immediate after effects, and I'm glad that we saw the relationship not between Batman and Robin, but between Bruce and his son Damian. This really was a great issue, and it was solid. Peter Tomasi should give himself a pat on the back, and I can't wait till the next. I love Gleason's artwork, very noir-ish feel to it. I'm so glad that they finished this up before the whole Night of Owls crossover that's coming up soon. Not that it won't be exciting, but, you know, individual storylines, it's something I prefer. Really, it proved why it is the second best Batman comic series out there. I know some of you might disagree, but that's just my opinion, and we all know that I really love Snyder's Batman. I really do, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Batman and Robin, and I love this issue. Next up, Batwoman, number 8. Oh, it pains me to say this, especially just how freaking huge this series was starting, but it's starting to lose me. The luster, the sparkle, the magic, it's starting to fade, I feel. Yes, I know the storyline between Hydra and the DEO and these boogeymen things that Batwoman's got to deal with, but they really could have conveyed the story a little bit better. I don't really have a problem with flashbacks, but when you bust them out of control and out of sequence like this bit of random jumble was, it loses people. I almost got lost. Thank goodness I have the previous issues that I could read and get back on track. But some people, especially people who, you know, might want to jump in, at this current issue, they're going to be incredibly lost. And it's unfortunate. I love Amy Reeder's artwork. I'm still spoiled, but it is good for what it is. And it is a shame that she will be leaving the series pretty much after this. Artwork is really not an issue in Batwoman. Really not. But I just don't know. I feel like they need to get back on track and probably fix the way they tell a story. Now I know that they're trying to do this to, just so that they can deal with new readers or lost readers. But the way the execution is just a little unfortunate, because honestly, I've been reading this since issue 1 and I was starting to get lost. So what does that say? Also, I'm kind of hoping that this storyline gets dealt with soon. It just needs to end. It started off really strong, but it's starting to lose a little bit luster, and it's starting to drag on for a little bit long. And I love Batman's long story arc, but that's because it somehow continues to maintain momentum throughout. Not so in Batwoman. So I'm really hoping that the wrap-up comes up really soon. And finally, my pick, no surprise, because it always happens at this time every month, Green Lantern number 8. My goodness, we are really learning quite a bit about the Indigo Tribe, aren't we? And this Hal and Sinestro team-up, I know some of you had reservations about it. Hell, even I had a little shrivel of doubt. But it's rolling off well for what it is. I mean, it's not like a buddy cop kind of thing, but the bond between these two is what you would expect and more. The fact that Hal made some conscious decisions about what to do with Sinestro's little plight just goes to show you that, if nothing else, these two at least respect each other. Deep down, anyway. Also, wow, the Indigo Drive. That has been a big question mark in the Lantern universe, hasn't it? We're starting to see some questions being answered here. Also, the fact that this whole compassion thing, apparently they have a wide definition of what constitutes compassion, is all I'm going to say. And the fact that they have these abilities, that it's insane. It could very well tip the scales of balance in their favor. So hopefully we get to find out more, and maybe any countermeasures or weaknesses or something, because the Indigo Drive is looking to be one hell of a powerful core right now. Jeff Johns knocked it out of the park. Doug Mahnke, artwork equally knocked out. I really don't have anything bad to say about this issue. It was really great. I really hope we continue to learn more. And this cliffhanger ending, which really made me go OMG, is something that I cannot even spoil. I think I even spoiled a lot just by saying what I just said. You have to see for yourself. And you have to wonder how the hell Hal's going to fix this one, considering his situation. Really love this issue. You know why it's my pick. And you know that, altogether now, this is one of my top 6 favorite DC comics out there. Pick it up. Alright guys, that about does it. As always, if you have any questions, comments, complaints maybe, it's happened before, or anything else you want to add, what do you feel about the comics I reviewed today, or anything really, post them down on the commentary plot. I do read them and I will try to get back to you. Thanks you guys for your continued patience and support and your viewership, and yeah, just wanted to say that. Alright guys, as always, live nerdcore. Y2M out.